Alright guys, so my name is Ivan and this is going to be my first video in English language. I already do have a YouTube channel, as you may see it. I have about 6,000 subscribers, but it is in Serbian language. I used to talk about nutrition and training, and I used to make some prank videos, but right now I'm gonna focus exactly on bodybuilding related content, so let's do this. I'm gonna do a little Arnold's classic prediction video, and hopefully you're gonna like my accent. You're not gonna hate me for it, and you're not gonna hate me for what I'm going to do right now, and I'm going to give the last place, the 13th place, to nobody else but Victor Martinez. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry, I'm a huge fan of his. I think that he was supposed to be the Mr. Olympia at 2007. I'm a huge fan, but you know, we saw this with Kevin Libero, we saw this with Flex Wheeler. They come back, they look great for their age, but they never beat the younger guys. They never look as full, they never have legs. You know, look at these pictures. Victor's body looks great, the upper body, but you know, legs, you don't see the legs. Probably they're much weaker. Next guy is, I don't know his name, honestly, I can read it from the list, but I never heard of him before I started doing this video, and I started following him on social media, on Instagram, when I started doing this video, and his nickname is Horse MD, whatever that meant, so you can check him out. He's very, very aesthetic, but not that big, you know. Next guy is Charles Dixon. His nickname is Tank, and he is definitely looking like a tank, but he's too short. He's a 212 competitor. Since 2019, Arnold's Classic is not doing 212 category anymore, so he's trying himself in the open class. I think he's too short and too blocky to be better than 11th place. 10th place is a Kim Williams. He is a machine. He's an insanely strong guy, and he reminds me of Ronnie Coleman a lot, especially from the back. If you can Google him, you will see what I'm talking about. But when he comes dry, which rarely happens, but when he does, he looks insane. And I would love to see him come dry and shredded build. He would be probably better than 10th place, but he also very short, Nothing special about his physique because he's not that tall, you know, not large frame. Next guy is Steve Kuklo. Steve Kuklo is always good. He's always okay, but he's rarely too impressive. He never really jumps out of the crowd. He's always okay. Is that because he's health concerned, because he has a family, he doesn't want to push the envelope too much? I don't know. I think he has the potential to be much better than he is, but he probably doesn't want to do it, you know. And when he comes conditioned, he's also very good, but it also doesn't happen that often. Anyways, next place, 8th place, Rafael Brandao. Hopefully I didn't butcher his name. He's a new guy, young guy, and he is extremely aesthetic, but he has a muscle on muscle. Basically, he has a crazy, I wouldn't say V-taper, I would say X-frame, because his quads are crazy, his arms are huge, his chest is full, his lats are popping out. Everything is popping on that chest, so he's crazy, looking great. Hopefully he would do better than 8th place, but you know, let's not make that kind of a prediction because he's very young, and he's a noob in this sport pretty much compared to the other guys in this lineup, because this lineup is very, very deep this year. 7th place, Lionel Baki. This bodybuilder is ready to win the Mr. Olympia this year, trust me. He has everything, he has every single muscle that he needs, very full, very symmetric, proportions are insane, very aesthetic as well, but he never comes completely peeled. He needs to come absolutely dry if he wants to make a huge change and better results, so I can't expect him to be better than 7th place, I'm sorry. The next guy is the bodybuilder that I'm a huge fan of. He is insanely strong and he has amazing personality, namely Jarvan R2. He's a very, very good bodybuilder. He didn't compete in 2018, but he did compete in 2017, which is the year when Dallas McCarver, his very good personal friend, died. So he wasn't at his best, and in 2018 he took a break, so now he's coming fresh. And if you look at his update photos, he looks insane right now. So I think we're gonna see some big changes from him. Next guy is gonna be a very big surprise for everybody and probably for himself as well. It's Luke Sando. Yeah, his last name is just like the trophy at the Mr. Olympia. He has everything pretty much. So look at this guy. He is so hard, you know. He's also very strong. He has every muscle. Look at his back, his glutes. Yeah, it's kind of gay admiring other man's glutes, but you know, I can't do anything but to do it. So yeah, I'm expecting to see him win 5th place, which is a great achievement for this kind of lineup. Because look at the top 4. Look at who is next. So the next guy is Cedric McMillan, and he's a former champion, I know. Maybe you would like to see him to do better. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of his. He's about my height, so I'm looking at him kind of like my role model. I'm striving to achieve this kind of physique because I'm also a competitor. And yeah, he's looking great. He's looking insane as usual, but he never really comes completely dry. When he does, he wins Arnold Classic in 2016. But you know, this year we're gonna have much deeper lineup, not like 2016, to be honest. So the third place is gonna be William Bonek. William Bonek is looking like a pit bull. He has muscle on top of muscle, but his physique is very blocky. He doesn't have that V taper. His waist is too wide and his shoulders are too narrow. I know that Phil he had the same problem, but Phil's shoulders were narrow, but his waist doesn't that thick though. So he managed to pack a lot of size on his shoulders and lats and upper back that made his body looks like a V taper, but I can't see William doing that. So I mean, especially not in a year. So he's not gonna do better than third place, because in the second place we're gonna see this guy, and he is actually known for a crazy V taper. His waist to lats and shoulders ratio is insane. Probably the best V taper ever, if you ask me, in the open category. Brandon Currie, obviously, he is amazing. If you look at his photos and videos of guest poses and so on, he looks like Mr. Olympia. He looks like he's ready to win it, but on the stage doesn't look that impressive, because I don't know, his legs from behind look kind of small. I don't know why, but from the front they look big, but from the back, because of his hamstrings and his glutes, look a little bit weak. But second place is an insane achievement. Anyways, the first place, I know you saw this coming, it's Rory Winkler, obviously. He deserved it. Nobody deserved it more than this guy. He is insane. His arms are not just the best arms in this lineup, not the best arms at the Mr. Olympia, not the best arms in the world right now, but the best arms in the history of not only bodybuilding, but in the history of world. I would say so. I would say so. So not Lee Priest, I would say Rory Winkler, best arms ever, not even Phil Heath. And yeah, he deserved it. If he can manage to fix his lower back and his glutes and a little bit of his hamstrings, he can be Mr. Olympia this year. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him win Arnold Classic and Mr. Olympia this year. This is gonna be Rolly's year, and that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, like it. If you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you very much. Bye bye.